Genevieve, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, it's 9 o'clock. I want to thank everybody for watching this. Welcome to Diamond Training Institute. We're here to help you and other institutions and other people turn into diamonds. Today we have a very exciting presentation from Ms. Genevieve Houses. The presentation is regarding an introduction to Photoshop. So all those who wanted to know about Photoshop, how it works, and so on, and want to create basically audios of their own or artworks of their own, they can now have an introduction and they can find out how they can actually do it. Okay, so I'll hand over to Ms. Genevieve. She'll introduce us up and then she'll take us through the presentation. And then thereafter we can have questions and answers. Ms. Genevieve, it's over to you. Genevieve?
All right, thank you. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can sort of hear you.
Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Genevieve Houses, and I will be giving the presentation on Introduction to Photoshop. So I think we can just go ahead and start with the presentation, if that's okay.
That's fine. I think the rest will join us. I'm sure there's some more people who will join us a bit later.
All right. All right. Can everybody see?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, everyone can see. All right. We're just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna give you a brief introduction of Photoshop. Right. First, we're gonna start with what is Photoshop. Photoshop is more or less a photo editing software for graphic designers, which allows users to create, edit, and manipulate the graphics as well as digital art. The main purpose of Photoshop is more or less four stuff, which is editing photographs, composing digital art, animating, and graphic design. And I'm gonna help you understand the interface, which is the first one. You can see number one is the menu bar, which is up here, which it has different folders where you can, these different ones that can help you edit the image, ones that can save, filter, different windows, views, etc. And then there is the options bar, which is this one. Contains specific options that allows for greater control over elements like shapes and text. It also helps you change the interface of the file. The toolbar is this one. It is used to interact with and add to the document. It has different tools which helps you edit the document. And then you have the panels, which is this one here. it provides a way to access important tools and settings quickly. And you have the document window, where the document design takes place, as well as the canvas. This is where the editing of the document takes place, which the canvas and the document window is more or less just the same thing. All right, we're going to focus on 4 different tools today, which is just the move tool, the gradient tool, the text tool, as well as the layer. So we're going to start with the move tool. The move tool allows you to move a selection or entire layer by dragging it with your mouse or using your keyboard arrow key. And the gradient allows you to make a gradual transition between 2 or more colors, as you can see here. You can use different colors. You can use 5 different colors at the same time. You can use 2 if you want. It depends on you. The gradient can be applied to any selected area of an image or background. And we're going to look at the text tool. This tool allows text to be typed onto the current layer using the primary color, which is, it can be just any color that you prefer. It just depends on you. The text controls in the toolbar can be used to change the font, the size of the font, formatting, text rendering or mode, justification, and etc. And the layer. This is how the layer looks like. Panel. It's more or less a panel, actually. Layers are like stacked transparent sheets of glass on which you can paint images. You can work on each layer independently, experimenting to create the effect you want. Okay, okay. If you have any questions about just the layers, you can ask now, or I can continue to show you how to create a poster using the 4 tools that I just explained. Okay, I can continue then. First of all, if it depends on how you want to create the poster, if you want to use the image that you already have, or you want to create a new blank page. But I'm going to show you how to create it on a new blank page. So you first click on the, when you open your Photoshop app, you click on create new, and that helps. When you click on it, it shows you different documents on how you can create it. And I am going to use 1080 by 1080 pixels, which is the standard size for a social media file, where you can use it to create a social media post for Instagram, for example. And once you've done that, you create, and this is the blank page. This is more or less how the blank page looks like. This is 1080 by 1080 pixels. And to start off, you don't have to create a new layer. You just go to the file, the EVA file, and then you can place your link. When you say place link, you place your image. And I'm going to use the financial image over here, and it just automatically places there, but then you have to resize it. And resizing the image, you do not hold shift, because if you hold shift, you stretch the image. It's very important not to stretch an image while designing, because it distorts it. So you resize it. After resizing it, you just click right here, the tick button up in the corner by the toolbar. And afterwards, when you do want to create a gradient, you have to create a new layer. That's very important, to create a new layer. So you create a new layer, and after creating a new layer, you just click here by the gradient tool. As you can see here, this is the gradient tool. After you click on it, this is how it pops up. This is how it shows. So this is how you can edit it. To edit, I'm going to use only one color, and that is going to be the dark blue. I'm going to use dark blue, and then on the other side, it's just going to be, it's just clear. It's transparent, more or less. You press OK, and then how to use the gradient tool is you click on the bottom of the image, and then you drag it until the place where you want. It depends on you where you want the gradient to end. So after you do that, it will show you like this. So after that, we are going to place your wording now. No, before you place your wording, it's important to place your logo. It depends on how you want to go, but this is how I usually do it. So you place your image also using the place link file, and then place link, and then you place your logo. So you place your logo, you resize it to the place where you want it, and I'm going to put it in the left corner. After that, you also tick, and it's going to be placed in the corner. After that, we are now going to use the tool, the text tool. So the text tool, it depends on you if you want to create a new layer or not, but using the text tool, it automatically creates a new layer for you. So after you click and drag your text tool, it's gonna have a little box like this, and then you place your wording. You can adjust. It's always important to double click on your text. So after you double click on your text, it will show you this, and that is where you choose the font that you want, the type, the size, and as well as the justification and the color. After that, you just say OK. Same thing applies to the to all your other text. So I'm going to place a smaller text here as well, and that is also going to be black, and then the same applies for all text. So I place that, the information, request for quote, and you can remember me telling you about the how you place the text, your images actually. It applies on all of them. You go to your file, you say place links, you go to the file where your icons are placed, and you place them, you resize them, and then you place them where you want to. So next, we are going to place our icons for the emails and website and etc. Same place as always, file, place link, find it, and then place it. And I resize them into the small. I resize them and place them. After that, you place your your information for next to your icons. I use the same font for everything. Resize. I resize the font, place them where they should be, where I want them to be, and I press OK. So afterwards, you just save your file. To save your file, you again go to File, and then you say Save As. It's important to say Save As. After you say Save As, you save it where you want to as your, and then place the name, which is mine is Financial Management for Non-Financial Professionals. It's a bit long, but and to that saves it as a Photoshop file. To save it as a PNG, JPEG, PDF file, you again go to File, Export, and you say Export As, and then you adjust it to the format that you want it to be. Mine is a JPEG. You save, and then you say Save as JPEG, and you export. Let me just show you how it looks like afterwards. And that is how the image looks like, the poster. So after that, you just share it on your social media. You can share it. You don't have to resize it on any social media platform. You just share it. It will share it exactly at the same size that it is. That's why it's important to use the sizes for social media posts, so you don't have to resize them or squash them into the post. So now I am open for any question. If you guys have any other questions for how to create a poster, you want an idea on how to create a different kind of poster, I'm open for questions.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, morning, Ms. Oses. I joined a bit late. I want to find out, do you need a special app for that?
Or to create a poster?
Yes, do you need a special app, or can you use like because I didn't see the app, that whether you use a Microsoft PowerPoint or you use a special app, but I saw a special app there. Do I need to get a special app on the internet?
Yes. You can use Photoshop. There's different kind of apps that you can use to create a poster actually, but I used Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop.
Okay.
You can also use Adobe Illustrator or Adobe InDesign.
Okay.
They all do the same thing.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. You can also pop a question in the chat box if you have any.
I think you can continue, Mr. Genevieve. I think there are some questions. Yeah.
Yes, I see in the chat box someone wants a recording.
Okay, the recording will be available on our Facebook page. So anybody who basically goes to Diamond Training Facebook page, the recording will be available for you to see it at any time or within the comfort of your own home or within the comfort of your own time. All right, Genevieve, I think you can continue if there's more to the presentation.
Hold on. All right. Okay, there are no more questions. Okay. All right. For more or less for Photoshop, there's not really any more other complicated things that you can do. So only way I can help is if you have any other questions, but that is it for the basics of Photoshop.
All right, thank you, Ms. Genevieve. It was a very straight to the point
Yes, Photoshop is quite straight to the point.
Yeah, presentation. I think if there are any other questions, you can post them on our Facebook page, and we'll be happy to answer them. But I think Photoshop is a good tool. You want to start out to learn how to design and so on. And a majority of the videos that you do see around are usually a bit shorter because it's not really a complicated. That's why a majority of the people use Photoshop. But without any other further questions, yeah, I think we can end it here. It was, I think this is our shortest webinar. Thank you, Ms. Genevieve.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks to the participants. Thanks for everybody who is watching. I think download the Photoshop app, and then if you have any questions, you can just really post them to us, and we can see how we can assist you. All right. Thank you. Okay.